Virgo, thanks for stopping by. This is Mary with Sayre, Seer. This is your weekly tarot. This is for January 8th through the 15th, 2020. I hope your New Year's was good because it's like the second today. I have to start early to get everybody done. Anyway, if you'd like to book a reading, go ahead and go into the description box and you can go to my website and there's a tarot tab and place to click on tarot and you can do that very easily, and then I get the message, and what I do is I have it ready before the date, usually before the time. And okay, and then the other thing is if you would like to just donate, there's links to Venmo and PayPal in the description box also. So I'm going to pull one. I know, probably making a face there because my hands hurt a little bit. So I'm going to pull one of these big cards just for the basis of the reading. Dun 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 dun. Okay. For Earth. And this is reversed. So when the Four of Earth is reversed, for me as a reader, this is about maybe not feeling like you're protected. Maybe in a situation where you didn't protect yourself, or possibly worried about financial loss. Okay, or that may come into play, any of those. But we will pull more cards. Okay. Just seeing what I get out of the card. Not a lot. It's almost like maybe you felt like you should have protected yourself better. But I think that's something pretty common when we're in a place of, kind of regret or pain or looking back at something, yeah. It's like, why didn't I even go down that road? But we do, we all do. We have reasons. I'm just going to do a couple more. I just thought I'd start with a tarot card today. Sometimes they're kind of simple, but they say a lot, Six of Wands. So this is Six of Wands. So this is a card of success, victory, and kind of like Hero's Parade. So, interesting. So we have that loss, or the non-protecting, or could be financial loss. We have the Five of Wands next. So this is about chaos and competition and people like this, like in your ear. People meddling. That's what it feels like, meddling. All these people's hands. Why are these people's hands in my business? Oh, anyway. Six of Wands, Five of Wands. So we have the Tower reversed, and now sometimes this means there's no going back. Sometimes this means we're healing after everything just kind of exploded or fell apart, however you want to look at it. Four of Cups is about, well, it was right there in front of us the whole time. It was right there in front of us the whole time. And you know what? In this picture, he's actually looking at it. The cup. The love, the cup. Whatever it was we were trying to be shown. He's looking in that direction, but it's typically a card of not seeing something. Seeing something for what it was, or seeing what was being offered to us. Oh, boy. Okay. So now we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. And this is about, losing a legacy. So it is about financial loss or ruin. Loss or ruin. So that kind of makes sense. Okay. And then I have Six of Pentacles. This is a card of reciprocity and fairness, equal distribution. You know, she has her head turned the same direction. Like she wasn't really paying attention to the distribution, but we'll move on. See what happens here. Okay. So let's talk about the Six of Wands. That's feeling like somebody succeeded. Somebody had victory here. Okay. It's kind of like a celebration here was parade, but then I have the Seven of Wands. So now we have the 5, 6, and 7 of Wands. We're making progression. It's about defending oneself. So defending oneself, looking at what needs to be done, trying to get to higher ground, trying to get away from the chaos. Could be all of those, or being very defensive. But it looks like it's more like trying to protect oneself, you know, actually. And then I have the 5 of Pentacles. Well, that's about being shut out, it's a financial loss also. So the 4 and 5 now we have, right? And, oops, I'll put that here. Then we have the 6 also. Wow. Okay. Feeling shut out, feeling pushed aside, be left out in the cold. It's financial loss. It's like, it's not really emotional, but it always feels emotional, even though it's not really a card of emotional loss. It's how they feel. It's, you know, because they always say they could go in the church, but if it's Pentacles, it's something else. You know what I mean? Not really emotions. So then we have death, and that's kind of good because then now we have a death to that energy. You know what? Well, maybe death to feeling shut out. So it's almost like we thought we were in a successful situation. We thought we had succeeded and we were having victory, but then found ourselves having to defend ourselves there. Almost not, because it was almost like we let our guard down, okay? And then suffered this financial loss and, you know, in separation. And then that was the end. So death and rebirth kind of in the same. But that's kind of the story of that, it feels like. Not like, hey, you got this rebirth. Wham, yakety. Okay, 5 of Wands is next. It's about the chaos and other people's hands in your business. Competition. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this could be Earth sign. This could be, sorry, Virgo. This could be you, Virgo. Taurus or Capricorn. Now, this is somebody that's not doing well financially. This is somebody that may kind of latch on. Sounds bad. May have relationships with people for what they can give them, for if they can support them. Maybe looking in that way. It's kind of an ulterior motive. But as somebody that, I don't know, it doesn't always come across that way, but then we find out that that is the way they are. They seem like they're available. They seem like they'd be a good wife, good mother, nurturing, but they're not. They have this ulterior motive, and it's kind of like they're the ones that like to cause a competition and the chaos, and you would never know it when you first meet them because they do it under the radar until you're right in it. Okay, the moon reversed is about, well, it's about hidden secrets that are running somebody. So this is, maybe this behavior is because somebody isn't really on the up and up in other ways. Okay? So why do people do that? I don't know. Maybe because they can't resolve something from their childhood and they can't resolve this insecurity they have about themselves. Maybe they're attention seekers, and even when they're in a relationship, if they don't get what they need, then they go other places. There's a lot of reasons why people do that. But it would seem like no relationship is ever safe because if it's always the other person's fault and then they go do something, who's responsible? You know, the Hermit says, time to go within and figure that one out. So, got a review of a situation, and then needing to really think about what are the details here. And I think last week was, I'm not sure if that was, yeah, it was Virgo. What was I missing? What was that piece I was missing? So they're still asking for that introspection here. I hear you. I'm still doing mine. Just when you think it's over, they pull you back in. Oh, your guides. Oh my gosh. Anyway, here's the Tower reverse, okay? And so we're going to talk about what happened here. What are we healing? What's going on? I have the King of Wands here. So this is fire, okay? Doesn't have to be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but it's masculine energy. It's a king. Could be anybody embodying this energy. Now this upright is pretty good energy. It's somebody that's like an entrepreneur. This person is fearless. This person likes to be on the go, likes to help people, very outgoing. I mean, they just have a lot of passion for a lot of things. Yeah. They're kind of like a protector. Okay, let's get the next card. Page of Wands. Now the Page. So now this is a younger energy, but this is also can be, pages are communication. So this could be communication about this person, this King of Wands, and about what happened with this Tower. And when this is upright, it's usually good news. It's a passionate new start, passionate communication, exciting news. But then I have the Knight of Cups, and it looks like it's exciting news about somebody making an offer of love. That's what it looks like. Interesting. After the fall, after the Tower, that's what it feels. After the Tower, somebody, I don't know, levels up to a king and makes an offer of love. It's a happy thing. It's not like hearing bad news about someone else. I don't know how it applies to your life, Virgo. Maybe you met somebody? Not sure. So 4 of Cups now. This was right in front of me the whole time. Why didn't I see it? What was that? Well, this is, the Chariot reverses this. That this was going nowhere, that whatever I was in was going nowhere. It was almost going backwards. It was not serving somebody. The Chariot is a sign of Cancer also. Cancer, yeah. And it doesn't have to be Cancer, but just thought I'd let you know. So, if we review what happened back here, being shut out and having to defend oneself and thinking that you had victory with somebody, or this was moving well, and then finding out that you couldn't see what was in front of you or couldn't see what was right there. Right? That sounded bad, but we've all done that, and that this was actually going nowhere. Okay. Then we have the Ace of Cups, and this is really about what is love all about. Okay, the gift of love from the divine to, here, let me show you what love is. This back here, that's not love. Even this right here, being excited about someone new, and they seem like they have it all. That's not really love either. Because this is just the beginning of a story, right? After the fall, after the Tower. That is not necessarily love. Love is being able to, looking at things from a place of love, from having an open heart, and just not, one thing is not being angry, but that's sometimes part of the process, right? Also, the gift of love from the divine is to be patient with yourself about whatever happened, about things you you need to change but you're unable to. That's okay. Seeing some of this information is the beginning, and it's huge. Even being able to identify some things that maybe we need to look at it's a huge step. Going from not seeing it at all, that's big. And we all just can't be so brave we jump right in. No, not even Gemini, Mary, no. No way. Mm-mm. You would not believe how long I sit in something. Anyway, so, just saying. This is really important to look at everything from a place of love. Real love. What real love is. And working on what that means to you. Okay? And that, this is the same cup of love that this person is being offered. Is it real love? Is that what we're seeing? Over and over. That is something to really, 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 something to reflect on. How is this? Is this showing love? Or is this trickery? Magician reverse. Is somebody just telling me what I want to hear? Maybe they're telling themselves what they want to hear, what they think they need. You know, there's a certain amount of power in being able to manipulate things into your will. But then, well, sometimes fire signs, different people get bored easy. Well, I accomplished that. I conquered that. Now what? You know? Now what? They don't it takes a lot of effort to keep a relationship going, to really love that person and not be a fair weather lover. You know what I mean? So, Ten of Pentacles reverse talks about, well, financial loss, but it's also the loss of a legacy. And legacies can mean many things. It can mean about the way we were raised, about what we thought love was. It's about many things. So, but this is being unprotected and financial loss. But this could also be not protecting what is really important to us. But here's the thing. How do you know what's important to you when you're kind of figuring that out along the way? I know. We become different people at different times. We grow. We change. See. That's why one answer cannot possibly fit all. Okay, next card is a Hierophant reverse. This is about, well, maybe there's lost here because somebody was not following spiritual guidance. Maybe somebody stepped out of boundaries of what the relationship was or what the rules in the family were. Oh, yeah. Could have been any of those. Hierophant reverse is out of bounds in like relationships or going outside the norms of government, religion. It can mean many things. But Eight of Pentacles, we're getting this a lot. Eight of Pentacles is about, well, the Hierophant reverse. That Hierophant is also Taurus. I just thought I'd say it. It can be it's a Taurus sign. Doesn't have to be, but anyway. So the Eight of Pentacles is about mastering your life, mastering your relationships, getting a master's degree in this part of your life. Okay. An example is I want to master how I deal with people, how I choose people, how I pay my bills or whatever, so I can optimize every moment. And I can feel like I don't have to worry about A, B, and C. I can focus on this. The real things I want to change. I want to be stable here, here, and here. That's about mastery. And Virgo, you guys are really good at that working with those details. Eight of Cups, reverse. Well, this is about going back to something that was emotionally unfulfilling. So this could be anything. It could be going back to a person, that things didn't work out before. It can be going back to the family. It can be going back to a drug or some kind of, it could be, or drinking when you quit. It could even be going back to try once more in a situation. So it could be going back to the things that you didn't master to master them now. So it doesn't all have to be somewhat, sounding kind of shady or anything like that. Okay. So Six of Pentacles next. So let's talk about reciprocity. Okay, so if I was going to master my life and really look at the details and come from a place of love for myself, because I know I'm loved by the divine so much that anything that I desire should be possible, right? Why not? Reciprocity says, the card of reciprocity is like, well, how can I treat others fairly and expect to be treated fairly in return? How does that work? That would be especially if you find yourself giving too much, or, you know, not in a place where you can say, this is my stand and I want to take it, you know. Two of Wands reversed is, well, let's talk about who's been making the decisions. Okay, in the past, Two of Wands reversed is, has the paths that were chosen, or the things that, did you choose what you really wanted, or did somebody choose this for you? Okay, Ace of Wands says it's time, if you want a new life, to think about what you really want. What is, because this is the gift of passion, the gift of a new start from the divine, just like the gift of love is. Gift of passion from the divine. What is it you want? What would make you happy? What kind of life do you think would serve with reciprocity? What would you like to master in your life? The Queen of Swords reversed, well, the Queen of Swords reversed is like an air sign. It could be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Or somebody embodying this feminine energy, and somebody that's kind of angry, that just wants to tell everybody off. And whether this person did or not, well, that's something. But one shouldn't have to be so angry to get what they want. And if somebody's doing this to you, well then, that's something to consider, whether you're being treated fairly. Right? Could you have done something different to avoid this? Could you have been honest? Or, you know, I'm not saying you weren't honest. I mean honest about your feelings, where it didn't get to the point of somebody being so angry. This could have been somebody that's always angry. I don't know the story, but see, but those are just some examples, okay? All right, so we're at 22 minutes. I'm just going to flip like 3 cards out. Maybe just some extra guidance of what tarot, your higher selves, creator, spirit guides, what they think you need to know most this week, okay? From the 8th through the 15th of July, give or take. Get one more there. Okay, I've got 6 of Cups, King of Cups reversed, and I've got the 5 of Wands. Here's the 5 of Wands again. Put that right here. Okay. What is the best advice is what we asked for you. What do you need to know? Okay, we have the 6 of Cups. So this is nostalgia. This is looking in the past. So it looks like it's kind of like a review. Now it could be a reunion. A reunion, but then I have this King of Cups. Somebody that, well, they're just somebody that's emotionally imbalanced, you know, like this person may get angry easy. And maybe the King of Cups reverse is somebody that is either real quiet and then kind of just, they're not emotionally available. Okay, this is somebody also that can be abusive because of the lack of emotion. This doesn't sound right. Like the lack of being able to express their emotions. And whether that's for whatever reason that's for, it can also include substance abuse. Okay, that makes a lot of people unbalanced in their emotions because it's like an avoidance, you know. Okay, anyway, water is Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Doesn't have to be, but somebody with this energy, it's coming across as masculine. So, looking back at this person that was angry, that seemed angry or wasn't there emotionally, how did that still reflect on the turmoil going on in your life right now? Or that has been happening recently? This is the 5 of Wands. This is the Five of Wands. This is the turmoil, the chaos. How does that chaos of the past, what does it have in common with the current chaos? The more recent chaos, okay? There might be something in there for you if you can reflect back and forth. How, you know, it's that thing that they're saying was like, that has been under your nose. It's right under your nose. It's like an aha moment, okay? So, I don't know what that means, but we'll get you one more card here. This is Art Through the Eye of the Soul Oracle. It's just weird, you know, you get deeper into this work and then you realize, well, what's that? It's the things that we realize. The more work we've done, it's just to think when you were there and you was out that way that you'd be here thinking this way. It's really interesting because it's so different. Okay. And yeah, and this makes sense. Reveal the truth that has long been hidden. What is it there about that person that maybe we've been missing here? So, could be the connection with a parent, a grandparent, and how that's playing out in your relationships, in your jobs, in your, you know, feeling shut out, in your friendships, and other people's chaos more recently. So, love you, Virgo. Reveal the truth that has long been hidden right under your nose. Okay, take care.